Hi, we're at Cinec 2018 in Munich. I'm here with Michael Zeiss from Gecko Cams. Hi Michael, thanks for spending the time with us. I get the impression the company's changed a bit over the last few years. You changed focus a little bit from being very much a service company to
a manufacturer. Yeah. That's correct, yes. We started in Germany with a former member of ARI service in Munich. He bought up the company, and Gecko got a name in the industry since 20 years already now, more than 20 years. But the older days when the new owner, Heinz Ratzinger, he was a guy from a rental house in Germany, he was a rental house owner, took over the company, and his dream was to make more toys for the industry. You know, we used to be in contact with DOPs and focus pullers, and for that reason, the first project we started was the Genesis G35 lenses. These lenses should match the K35 because they are very rare, and for that reason we made our own lens system. And they're coming out 1.5 years ago, and in the meantime we are launching the new version of it, the vintage version with more flares and more funny images, more softer skin tones, and that's the situation right now. Cinec for us this year is a lot of work, a lot of new things. We are starting with a new lens control system called Genius. We are together with a company from Vienna making a laser-based focus system where you'll be able to track the focus approximately 400 feet and have always a sharp image because this thing is following the image.
Brilliant.
That's one thing.
Yeah. And you work with a lot of people very locally, don't you, by the sounds of it?
Yes.
All your manufacturing is...
manufacturing is Munich-based. Yeah. That means we are outside Munich, but the manufacturing plant is 30 kilometers away. We have some 5-axis machines making everything from the full material. And we have our lens, how should you call that, the R&D guys who make the lens, correcting them and do the digital R&D on the lens, optical measurement and that. That's one thing. Then we're working together with companies who is doing the glass, and mechanically we are putting the parts together in our place there in Munich here.
It's fantastic you've been able to make it work within a small area. So
Yes. Short ways for everybody, and always easy to have a direct contact to the makers, and in-house we are producing the Genesis, we put them together, but on the other hand, rental houses send their lenses for maintenance to us.
Right, so you've still got that.
It's very international. You know, if you have a rental house in UK, some people that say, I have a set of super speeds and could you help me to bring them back in a good shape? Then we put them completely apart, do a new grease inside, do some repairs. And in the older days we bought a big stock of spare parts from Zeiss and can help them even with glass and stuff.
Right, That's impressive, So that background of, I mean, it sounds like a lot of people that work with the Gecko Cam have got backgrounds in as the focus pullers. They worked in rental houses, so they know all these issues. Yes. So they're not,
For example, our new member in the company was coming over from US, from Otto Nemens, from LA, did 25 years service there, and for private reasons he wanted to be near Europe because he's based from Poland, and he's working at us now, Jack Korbelak. And he's a genius, he knows everything from the old stuff, even the vintage lenses which are famous right now, he knows everything easily to fix, and that's a great knowledge for us too.
Well, that's another thing, isn't it? It's it's being technically competent, but it's having that knowledge of those vintage lenses that are research and popularity now, haven't they? So someone that actually understands them and...
It's from this side, this guy is more the mechanics, but at the end, the option or the possibility to compete the older lenses to a new world. That means most of them are Super 35 from the older days, from the film cameras, and we start with our project with the Genesis, for example, they go wider than full format. We have an image circle 46.3 and they cover Vista Vision and nearly Alexa 65.
Right.
And the interesting thing is, people expect that vintage image with the 4K resolution. That's one thing, one gap. The other thing is full format where it's hitting hard. There are more cameras hitting the market, and these lenses are ready for that, and even more for the future. And one interesting thing to say again is that we do the projectors for them. That means we're doing lens projectors. We have them there, for example, on the booth, which allows you to control the image. You know, the projection gives you, how you can say, this is the picture, this should be in the corners, everybody should be correct, everything should align correctly, and that you can see in the projection. That's one thing too. We have 3 of them, and yeah, we not only know the glass, we don't only know the lens itself, we know how to project them and how they should be. That's our experience. And then for that reason, people measure us on the quality of the lenses.
Right, yeah. That's fantastic. I mean, plans for the future, you've got more lenses coming out in this range, I assume.
More lenses were coming. I think we extend the new Genius system, the new lens control system. We have strong competitor with bigger names in the industry like C-Motion and Ari, but we are a small animal, like the Gecko is a small animal, you always find the way. And for that reason, with our lens control system, we are looking for something more simple. There's a little speech to say we have to focus on the focus, not to have complicated menus where you go down there. Our thing is more in one hand and easy to understand, because and focus pulling in these days with full format is not an easy thing. Everybody knows.
So it's a tool that does one job really well. That's ideal. That's fantastic. I think it's amazing, that you can source and produce all this in such a small area around Munich. Not least from the environmental concerns. It's a far more efficient way of working, isn't it?
And we have the good thing is we are not like a classical manufacturer getting the feedback only from our R&D team. We have the customers on the other hand. That means production houses with DOPs and focus puller come in, they try out the stuff, they give us their experience, we match that with the product, and then at the end it's shorter ways for that too, even in the R&D.
Yeah, so do you find it's quite a speedy process being able to prototype and build?
They come in, they say this I don't like, maybe you have another idea, and it's easy to, we are not like a big one, we are not a big animal, we are a small animal. The Gecko is much smaller and more...
Oh, right, okay, yeah. But yes, I guess those people, they can come in, talk to the people actually involved in it, so you've got no great long lines of communication, you speak to the people involved.
Yeah, and on the other hand, we are a strong sales channel. We are one of the biggest accounts of Ari in Germany. We have a focus on this, not only on the rentals. We even small production houses coming and show some interesting cameras. They try it out at our place. We give them time to match them with the lenses and the lens control system. It's not like going in a shop, buy, and we try hard. We spend some time, and we have the people there. We have a focus puller there. We have a DOP. We have people with experience of techniques, and that means it helps everybody.
Yeah, and I guess you can provide a better service because you know those rental houses really well, and they all have a different kind of specialization, don't they?
Yeah, and the people are even always different. You have these on the other hand, the service people. You have the organizing people in the rental houses, and for example, we had a little presentation in a German rental house for our new lenses for the Genesis Vintage, and there was just a DOP passing by because it was doing a camera test, and we did the presentation to the rental house guy. The DOP saw the lenses. Oh, can I try them out? They tried them out, and now we have the biggest motion picture in Germany shoot with that lenses.
Excellent. Really good. Well, it's a success story. It's fantastic. Thanks for spending the time with us. Has the show been good for you so far? I mean, it's only day one, and there's seen quite a lot of people here. So
it's not a matter of the people. The concentration of users is much better than here. When you compete Cinec to IBC, you have the sales channels there. You have the buyers from all over the world. But here are more the users. Give you the feedback, and they help you to change the product, and they help you to touch and feel directly here.
That's good. Yeah, fantastic.
Cinec is for us maybe the best. No, I think Cinec in Los Angeles is similar.
Right.
And there's a new show coming up in China. We met this year. There's a large trade show called BRTV, based on broadcasts like the IBC. But now there's a rental house starting something like Cinegear. And I like these kind of shows because it's more useful to have a chat to people from the industry.
Real users,
helps us.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's not only blah blah. It's more feedback and give and take.
They can criticise a little bit, and you don't mind.
Yeah, but we don't have. We are better at the end.
Yeah.
If 10 people, 10 different opinions. That's the normal story. But if if some people have the same, you should choose.
See, it works out, yeah. Well, thank you, Marco. It was good to talk to you.
Yep.
And I hope the rest of the show is good for you.
Thanks.
Thank you.